It's recording right now. So good day for everyone who is currently watching this video and listening to us. Hope you're staying safe and healthy. Today is a day at which we have been planning to give some presentation about some topics, and that day has come. So we are IoT students from Uzbekistan, and this is Academic English 2, group number 2. So my name is Mahmoud Jasurbek, and here I have my friends who are going to support us throughout this whole session. They are Muzamin Khan, Elbek, Abbas, and Sardar. So as we are flickering towards our next presentation slide, we're going to introduce some topics, and we are going to introduce our main topic, which is climate change. So climate change, you are aware about this topic, and I think you have some information about its damage and what kind of damage it's giving to us. Well, as we are trying to manipulate its change, and as we are trying to manipulate its width throughout the world, we are going to get to the sustainability, and we're trying to it. So let's look at the adjacent slides. And here we have the agenda. It's not so big. It consists of 5 sections. And here I have the introduction. I am introducing the introduction and giving some information about my colleagues. So after that, we'll be looking about the causes and probably the effects. And at the end, there would be some solutions. And finally, we would be wrapping up all the things that we have covered along this presentation. So introduction. I am Jasper Bikmamurov, as I have stated. So climate change. Actually, whenever people see the name climate change, they would talk about, or just they would think about these subparts, which are air, water, and land pollution. And they would talk about some things that are related to it. But do they know any kind of information about causes, its causes or effects, or what kind of actions like it's providing to us, and what would happen in the future, which is coming nearly and which is standing at the doors? So let's look at some information that was gotten from the NASA. So I have given some information here, and I think global temperature and sea level and carbon dioxide is familiar for you, but these ice sheets and Arctic ice minimum, I think they are not so important right now. So as you could see, the global temperature, it's 2.1 Fahrenheit, and it has increased so much from 80s, and it's so bad in this case. Let's look at some other image which would contain this information. So here we have it. 7 things to know about climate change. So first of all, as you could see, it started from 80s and it's going to this current year. Yeah, it's changing so much, and it had got to the place where we are at some bad occasions. So it actually affiliates with us. All the things that we are doing right now, they are the possible causes of this, and it's because of us. So what about some causes about this? As I've talked about the causes of this topic, let's look at the causes a little deeper. And right now, I want to ask some questions about the causes. What things are you going to cover, Muzamin Khan, right now?
So, Jasper, thank you for this interesting introduction. And now I'm going to cover some causes why the climate is changing. So, the main cause of global warming is human activities, like people burn conventional fossil fuels like coal, oil, gas, due to which gases are emitted into the atmosphere. They lead to the greenhouse effect, and carbon dioxide accounts for 64% of anthropogenic cause of global warming. Now its concentration in the atmosphere is as 40% higher than it was in pre-industrial area. So the main causes why climate is changing in the atmosphere is like the changing in the earth, changing in the size, relief, and the relative position of continents and oceans, or changing in the luminosity of the sun, or changing in the parameters of the Earth and in the Earth's orbit and axis. Forests regulate the climate by absorbing carbon dioxide, but deforestation minimizes this effect. From 1980 to 2000, more than 1 million hectares of suburban and rainforests were destroyed for the construction of the cities and plantations and fields. More than half of the growth in global agricultural production has come from deforestation. Agriculture is one of the main cause of maintenance, and the increase in the nitric oxide concentration in the atmosphere is due to the use of many fertilizers. The scientific community has been talking about substantial global warming for a very, very long time, but only in 2015, representative of 195 countries signed the Paris Agreement, according to which it's necessary to keep global warming at 1.5 Celsius degree compared to the pre-industrial area. According to the scientists, this is the only way to prevent the climate catastrophe. However, at the end of 2018, the Intergovernmental Panel of Climate Change published a framework report stating that tackling climate change cannot be postponed. The main conclusion is that damage to the planet can be caused by 2013, and the Paris Agreement has pledged refrain from let the atmosphere get warmer by more than 2 Celsius degree by just around the corner in 2100. But now humanity is moving toward 3 degrees Celsius. According to experts, people have reached a critical point in their influence on the planet, so immediate global changes are needed in the sphere of society. So now I'm going to give a turn to Elbek. Elbek.
Thank you, Muzammil. Now, first of all, good afternoon to my respective teacher and my friends. Now I'm going to present a speech on climate change effects. First of all, the biggest adversary that we are facing today is climate changing. It's very dangerous if we don't manipulate it, then its consequences are very deadly. The average temperature of a region for a long period of time is considered to be that region's climate. So the people who live in that region get used to conditions of that climate. So let's think about, so what will happen if the Earth's temperatures rise up by a few degrees? For a short period, it doesn't affect badly, but in the long run, the consequence will be devastating. Climate change has some negative impact on our oceans, our weather, our food source, and our health also. For example, ice sheets such as Greenland and Antarctica are melting. The extra water that was once held in glaciers causes sea levels to rise and spills out of the oceans, flooding coastal regions. Also, warmer temperature also make weather more extreme. This means not only more intense major storms,